A high-stakes trade war, a president on the defensive, and a court case that could rewrite America's role in the global economy. Right now, President Trump's sweeping tariffs, some climbing as high as 50%, are making headlines. Around the world, supporters hail them as a bold move to protect U.S. industries and drive record stock market gains. Critics warn they could fuel inflation, slow job growth, and destabilize trade relationships built over decades. But there's a twist. A looming legal decision could strip the president of the authority he's using to enforce these tariffs. If that happens, billions in tax revenue and a major piece of his economic strategy could vanish overnight. The administration recently rolled out some of the steepest tariffs in modern U.S. history. They cover a broad range of goods, touching almost every corner of the global market, though key exceptions make the policy appear even bigger on paper than in practice. Still, if these tariffs remain in place, economists say it could mark a true reordering of how international trade works. At the heart of the drama is a court case questioning the legality of imposing such tariffs under national security emergency grounds. If the courts rule against the administration, the largest and most sweeping tariffs would have to be removed. Although some narrower, sector-specific tariffs could remain, the White House has long known this authority rests on shaky legal ground. And if they lose, the government could be forced to pay back tens of billions of dollars in tariffs already collected. Trump and his advisors, however, have celebrated the policy so far, noting it's brought in more than $100 billion in tariff revenue without sparking a catastrophic recession or runaway inflation. But many economists warn that the latest escalation could change that, pushing prices up and putting a drag on hiring. Companies, for now, are holding off on price increases. Many stockpiled goods before tariffs took effect, hoping the measures would be lifted quickly, as has happened in some cases. Apple, for example, secured exemptions for many of its electronics. But if tariffs persist, businesses say they won't be able to absorb the costs forever. To put it in perspective, even at higher levels, tariff revenue makes up just a fraction of federal income, maybe rising from 2% to 5% of total revenue. Compared to nearly $7 trillion in federal spending, that's what economists call a drop in the bucket. In fact, removing tariffs, they argue, could give the economy a boost. But there's another wrinkle: a new 40% penalty on so-called transshipped goods, products that are rerouted through a third country to dodge higher tariffs. This practice is already illegal, carrying criminal and financial penalties. Yet now, the U.S. Trade Representative says that's not enough. Importers will also face this hefty extra tariff. The move has left businesses baffled, seeing it as a sign of a chaotic, seat-of-the-pants approach to trade policy, and this might only be the beginning. Importers fear more rounds of tariffs could target the very components they rely on, from semiconductor parts to pharmaceuticals. That uncertainty is paralyzing decision-making for many companies, and sure, what rules will change next? One thing is clear: the coming court decision could determine whether Trump's tariffs stand as a ball rewrite of global trade, or collapse under legal challenge, leaving America's economic future in question.